How would you like to build your dream home on one of these beautiful estate-style lots in Huntersville, North Carolina? This is Stevens Farm, and it is a small boutique community of just 26 opportunities. So hopefully whenever you see this video, there still is something left if you like it, because big, beautiful wooded 100-foot lots like this do not last long in Huntersville. But before you decide to build here, you need to know the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, the best and the worst, so that you don't decide to make a move here and find out you made some horrific mistake. You're in luck, because we're going to drive the development and the area to explore the things to do, the commutes, the schools, and everything that you need to know before you can make an informed decision about whether this is right for you or completely wrong for you. Plus, at the end of this video, I'll share an updated list of the homes that you could buy or build here. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Lucas Roller. I'm a realtor that helps people just like you to find the right home and get a great deal on it every single day here in the beautiful Queen City. So with that, let's go ahead and explore Stevens Farm. Are you looking for an upscale acre lot estate in Huntersville, North Carolina? This one might be the one for you. It's not going to be a cheap one though. It's going to be an excellent one, coming in between 1.4 to 1.6 million. They have extensive options to choose from, and I'm going to share everything you need to know to decide, is this for you? Is it not for you? We're going to cover everything today. So Stevens Farm, they just opened. They've already sold one of the 26 opportunities. They've got 25 left, and I would expect them to sell for about 12 more months based off the time of recording. And if you're not familiar with Huntersville, it is a rapidly growing town of just over 60,000 people with a thriving business community of both small and large companies, including Lowe's and other major corporations. It's got a very wholesome atmosphere with highly requested schools, a charming downtown historic district, and excellent park and rec amenities. There's a diverse set of different upscale housing options to choose from. However, for this specific type of development, this is one of only a couple of options. Huntersville also has easy commutes to major employment hubs and short drives to a ton of different options of fun things to do. But where is Stevens Farm located, and will it make sense for the lifestyle that you want? Stevens Farm is on the northwest side of Charlotte in Huntersville on the west side, sandwiched between Lake Norman and Mountain Island Lake. It has a few different access points to commute into the city, including I-77 nearby going straight down into the city, I-485 running around the exterior of the city, so you can get anywhere pretty easily. And then there also is I-85 if you want to go north into Virginia or south into South Carolina, Greenville, all the way out as far as Atlanta and beyond. And then there's also Highway 73 if you want to go east-west, as well as Highway 16 if you need to go either up north, the west side of Lake Norman, or south down into the more western side of the city. It gives you some options in case there's traffic. But what about the things to do around Stevens Farm? Lake Norman is just to the north, so if you want to go fishing, boating, you want to get out and do water sports, you want to hike along the edge of it, there's a ton of options of things to do in Lake Norman and right directly around Lake Norman, because it's a huge draw to the area. It's sometimes called the Inland Sea because it's so big. We also have Birkdale Village with upscale shopping, dining, and entertainment options. We'll cover more of that later, but they do all sorts of fun things, including they decorate the whole village like a Christmas village during the winter, and it's very walkable and the place to be during the summer. There's also the U.S. National Whitewater Center, which I go to almost every single day with my puppy Penny, and we get to hike around there. People take their mountain bikes. It's a great spot to go just about every day, make it part of your daily routine, and get outside if nature is your favorite attraction. There's also the Discovery Place for Kids in Huntersville, where you can have all sorts of adventures in learning. For the little ones, you can unearth dinosaur bones and do all sorts of other cool stuff there. There's also Concord Mills if you like to get out and shop. They have everything from local specialty boutiques all the way up to luxury brands there. And they also have some more fun attractions as well, like they've got a big go-kart center thing over there, as well as a large aquarium. You also got the Charlotte Motor Speedway if you're a NASCAR fan. It is the NASCAR capital of the world, some would say. And it's also home to the Z-Max drag strip next door, where there's drag racing events, as well as they host music festivals and all sorts of stuff. And also next door to that, there's PNC Music Pavilion, where it doesn't matter what you like. If you like rock, pop, EDM, country, anything, they will have it all the time there, including some pretty major artists and music festivals. If you're a golfer, the Cowans Ford Golf Club is on Lake Norman. It was recently renovated in 2003, and there's also the Peninsula Club, which is famous for many different reasons, but it's got beautiful views of the lake, as well as Michael Jordan has a house right on the golf course. So, if it's good enough for him, probably good enough for you too, right? So sure, there's fun stuff to do in the area, but does it have the access that you need for daily life? Well, if you're commuting to Mooresville, you can get there in 18 minutes. If you work at Bank of America or Wells, you can get to Uptown in 24 minutes. If you need to get to Concord, maybe you work at Atrium Health or have a spouse or part of the family that does, 30 minutes away. Steel Creek is just 28 minutes. I've got a client that works at the Siemens plant down there, so it's also an easy drive from this community. And Ballantyne, if you work a little bit more on the south side, not sure why you'd be buying up in Huntersville, but you still can make it in 37 minutes. Now, one of the questions I get all the time, how are the schools? And that goes for any community. And it's important that you do your own research, because I'm also legally limited in what I can say about the schools, but I can provide the research that everybody always wants to know. So the nearby assigned public schools are going to be Barnett Elementary, Francis Bradley Middle, and Hopewell High. And all these are screenshots I pulled off of greatschools.org, because that's what everybody always asks about. But if you want to know about the charter public schools in the area, there is Lincoln Charter School, Children's Community School, and Lake Norman Charter School, all again within about 5 miles or so. And if you're looking at private schools, because everybody wants to know about private schools these days, within 5 miles you got a ton of different choices, including 9 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 2 high schools. So you got a ton of different private school options as well. Now, if you want to maybe go back to school, grab a couple of Spanish classes or something, one of my mentors did that recently, or if you got a child or family member that's going to university soon, ton of options in the area, including Davidson College, UNCC, Queens, Wake Forest, UNC Chapel Hill, Duke, Clemson, USC, or if you're a nerd like me, maybe you just want to brush up on some Calc 3 or something crazy, you can go to Central Piedmont Community College nearby as well. So now that we got edumacated, what about staying healthy? Because if you don't have your health, what do you have? And is there the stuff in the area that you actually need for day-to-day health? Well, we got Atrium Health Huntersville with a 24-hour ER plus lab and imaging services just 10 minutes away from this community. There's also going to be Novant Health Huntersville, which is going to have basically everything that Atrium will, plus more specialty treatments 9 minutes away. Urgent care, you got options as well, including Atrium 8 minutes away, another Atrium 12 minutes away, Concentra 15 minutes away, and if you need to fill a prescription, Publix is 11 minutes away, a CVS is 10, Lakeside 10, Harris Teeter 10, CVS, Neal's Compounding Pharmacy, all next to each other. So now that we got healthy, how are we going to stay healthy? We got to get out and move. But the real question is, does this community have nearby parks and recreation that are up to your standards? Well, let's find out. So the greenways, there's all these different greenways that are just around this place, as well as a whole lot of park options. You're going to notice the P's are not for parks, that is for parking. So if you want to get onto those different greenways and trails, you can just drive over there, park, and then walk, run, bike, hike, all to your heart's content. And so here's a few of the different parks that are available to you. And one that is not on here, I'm going to tell you about here in a second, that is walkable from the community. I'll tell you about it here in 1 second. But first, Blythe Landing Park, 6 minutes away. It's got a boat launch, fishing, playgrounds, and sand volleyball courts. You also got Richard Berry Memorial Park, 2 minutes away, with soccer and multi-purpose fields, playgrounds, and walking trails. You also have North Mech, 11 minutes, splash pad, tennis courts, batting cages, playground, sandbox, bike trails, and a track. Ramsey Creek, 11 minutes away. Lakefront Park for boating, so you can go, and they have a public boat launch there. Fishing and picnic, sand volleyball, horseshoes, and a playground. And pro tip, if you can go there during the week, I would recommend it. If you go on the weekend, it can get a little bit crazy. And the bonus park that I mentioned is the Buckeye Cove Nature Preserve, just outside of the community. Literally 100 feet away, you can walk there. There's not even any traffic, because the only attraction down that way past this community is Buckeye Cove. So there's some really great options to get outside and move as you need to. But if you want to get inside and move, get a sweat on, get a good workout in, we got plenty of options for that too. But are they the options that you're looking for? First up, we got Orange Theory, 14 minutes, CrossFit, 10 minutes away, and these are going to be the furthest options you could hope for. Lake Norman, YMCA, it's a place the whole community comes together. They've got not only all the amenities that comes with any good fitness club, but they also have a pool. It's a great spot. You also have burn boot camps, 8 minutes, club Pilates, 8 minutes, yoga, 10 minutes, and also Huntersville Family Fitness and Aquatics is a huge draw in the area. A lot of people will go there even from more than 14 minutes away because they've got an outdoor pool, they got indoor pools, they have a lot of different aquatic options, whether you're trying to get a good workout in or maybe you're just trying to get a good tan in. Either way, Olympus 365 24/7 Fitness Center is more of a lifting, powerlifting, heavy focused gym. That's 11 minutes away. That's probably where I would hang out. But what about after we get our workout in? Where's going to be the best food? Where we can get some calories after we burn some calories? Some of the best local spots to dine are going to be Sweet Frog. If you want to get a sweet treat, that's going to be frozen yogurt. There's also Azikar if you're a fan of Cuban food. Waterbean Coffee, which is one of the local chains that's specific to Charlotte for coffee. So if you're looking for an alternative for Starbucks, just 11 minutes away. Antico Italian Restaurant, which is a charming Italian trattoria that features simple Italian dishes. Red Rocks for authentic American cuisine. Kilwin's Huntersville, if you're looking for handcrafted fudge and ice cream. And Clean Juice for organic smoothies and juices. City Barbecue, local favorite, 8 minutes away. La Unica Mexican Restaurant is going to offer authentic Mexican dishes with really fresh ingredients. And Verdes, a more modern take on a similar concept, just 9 minutes away. So now that we ate out, what about food at home? What if we're trying to save maybe some money, maybe some calories for groceries and essentials? Does it have the options that you care about nearby? We got Sam's Club. I was a Costco kid, so we got 2 Sam's Clubs, but I'm looking for Costco. There are 3 Costcos in Charlotte. One of them is going to be about 12 minutes from you. There's also for more general grocery, if you're looking for something upscale, Whole Foods, really close by, about 10 minutes. There's also Harris Teeter, Publix, Aldi, and a second Harris Teeter, all about 10 minutes away. And if you're looking for fun things to do in the area, is it going to have what you're looking for? Let's find out. They've got Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park, which is going to be a fun place to bounce around, get out some energy. Birkdale Village with upscale shopping, tons of restaurants, tons of attractions, and events, live music, and even they, again, decorate the entire village like a Christmas village during the winter. I think that's pretty cool. They even have a ice rink, too. Very cool. There's also Spare Time Huntersville if you're trying to bowl and maybe have a drink while you do it. Frankie's Fun Park of Charlotte, which I've never been to. I've heard great things. I really want to. They've got an arcade. They got bumper cars. I think go-karts, too. Super fun. But what about the community itself? What are you looking for in terms of lifestyle? And is Stevens Farm going to offer it? Let's find out. What's my personal opinion on the builder? That's the first question everybody asks. So a couple of cons you've got to be aware of. They do not do any structural changes. And that's because they are more focused on the design inside, which we'll get more into later. But they don't do any custom structural changes. If you're looking for that, I've got other builders that would be a better fit for that, but this would not be the one. The other thing to remember with that is they do offer the most popular pre-designed structural options, so you do have a say in what goes into your home to make sure it actually matches your lifestyle. They don't make changes to the form of the space, but they do to the function, and that'll make more sense here in a little bit. Also, they don't really have purchase incentives. They have some, but they're really, really tiny. And the biggest reason for that is if you're looking at this particular builder, you're looking for a specific type of home. You want what you want, and you're looking to get that. If you're looking for something that's going to be more of a bargain sale, Classic is not going to be it because they're going to get you exactly what you want, exactly how you want it. Now, there are some pros you need to be aware of too, including they have a very unique structure to their upgrades package. So they don't have any finishes or upgrades included. Instead, what they do is they have all of them included. And how they do that is they have all of their upgrades that you could possibly get, and then they give you an allowance that is baked into the cost of like the base price of your home. And so you get $40,000 in design upgrades just out the gate for whatever you care about most, as well as an $8,000 allowance for lighting upgrades. so you can get exactly what you care about, and it's all part of that base price. You're not paying for anything that you don't care about. The second thing is their core values, that their brand values that they stand behind are refreshingly custom, quietly luxurious, and delightfully exceptional. And in my experience, that is so true. Every time you even walk into one of their models, I can attest to the fact that I have resonated with those. So if those are a description that you resonate with, then this might be a good choice for you. And the third and final is that they have remarkable care and attention to detail that shines in every home. And like, for instance, they don't do specs or inventory homes. What they do is they will do one, they call it a signature home, where the owner of the company will spec out everything for one specific home. So it's got their own design, touch, and flair. And they have such delightful floor plans that you feel a difference. You feel a lightness and airiness as you walk through these homes that many people really enjoy. And in my experience, again, going with clients, I think you will be pleasantly surprised if you're not familiar. And so if you like what you hear, let's make it happen. Give me a call, text, or email anytime. You know where to find me. Now, the community isn't going to have what you want. There's 26 different opportunities. They've already sold one. They've got a few that are started. And they also have a bunch that are still left. So a few things to take into account. The average kind of ranges between about half an acre and a little bit over an acre. And these are large lots, they're over 100-foot lots. And so there's some really good space. They're all wooded lots and they look absolutely gorgeous. And there's also 16 acres of tree save and undeveloped land that will stay undeveloped. So you can expect to have this nice buffer of privacy around you. As a result, I would expect this to sell out, like I said earlier, in about 12 months. So depending on when you're watching this, hopefully there's still something left if you like what you hear. Now, to give you a sense of size, while those lots are going to range between half an acre to a little over an acre and be 100 feet wide, the math, when you math it out, comes to between 200 to 400 feet deep. So you're going to have some great yard space as well that'll be very functional. So you get to really use all the square footage on that lot that you'll get. Now, before you can make a decision, you got to figure out, is Stevens Farm going to have any home options that are going to meet your needs and lifestyle? So let's see what those different floor plans are that they have and if anything's going to match what you're looking for. They have 12 different floor plans, so if you want to see the specs on any of these in particular, go ahead, pause the video. But here are the 12 different floor plans, and they range between 3 to 6 beds, 3 to 6 baths, plus a powder room, 29 all the way up to 4,600 square feet, 2 to 3 car garages. They have hundreds of available options standard, no extra cost to you. And like I mentioned, that unique credit system allows you to pick everything that's going into your home, and so you're not paying for anything that you don't care about. So when it comes to the price you pay at the end of the day, this is as close as you're going to get to a truly custom home, because you have so much customizable options inside the house that if you know what you want in general terms, in terms of like functional space, this is going to give you every design attention to detail you could ever possibly want at a very reasonable price. And to make the individual floor plans more real, let's go ahead and take a quick look at all of them. The Santa Fe Ranch is 2,900 square feet, perfect to downsize into practical main floor living with an owner's on the main. The Marin is 3,200 square feet, designed for somebody who wants a home that feels spacious but not too big and does have a master suite on the main floor. The Marin Expanded is similar to the Marin but also has an extra 500 square feet that can grow and flex as your needs evolve. The Huntley is 3,500 square feet of social kitchen space with a dynamic master suite layout and 3 private bedrooms. It also comes with a bonus room and has a ton of storage, including walkout storage upstairs. The Coronado is over 3,600 square feet of open kitchen living with a guest bed down and an upstairs with a wet bar, bonus room, and practical living. The Newport 2 is over 3,600 square feet as well, but it boasts a flowing kitchen, purposeful living areas, and the expansive bonus room and master suite Oasis are your ideal retreat after a successful day. The Balboa is almost 3,700 square feet of space you can live in. It's remarkably flexible and offers excellent master suite privacy with a guest bedroom that's very private on the main floor as well. The Monterey is over 3,700 square feet of dreamy luxury kitchen with a private owner's oasis up and 3 private bedrooms upstairs also that are perfect for either guests or for older kids. The Laguna Sur is over 3,900 square feet of main floor entertainment and upstairs retreat with a jaw-dropping great room presentation. The Solana is 4,400 square feet of main floor living and upstairs recreation with an owner's suite on the main floor and a large loft that's excellent for entertaining. The Tiburon 2 is over 4,500 square feet of organized chaos, perfect for social professionals that want room to grow, and the main floor accommodates everything from intimate wine tastings to a full-blown gala. It's got a ton of space. And the Napa's the Big Daddy, coming in at 4,600 square feet of stunning presentation with a beautiful foyer, and it retreats into functional privacy upstairs. So let's crunch the numbers. Is this gonna fit in your budget? Well, we gotta make a few assumptions. First of all, the purchase price range in this community, 1.4 to 1.6, we're gonna assume about 1.5. So the interest rate on a conventional mortgage, 6.5 roughly as the time of recording. Tax rate, 0.6491%, or at that 1.5 purchase, about $758 a month. Insurance, $2,000 a year. Yes, that's based off of a real quote. HOA, $3,000 a year. Now, if you're going with a cash purchase, expect to spend $1,176 a month. And if you're going, let's say, high down payment, 40% on a conventional mortgage, that's going to be closer to $64.85 per month, and that includes your principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and HOA fee. And if you're going a lower down payment, so 20% conventional, that'll be closer to $82.55 per month. So if this sounds like the perfect option for you, or if you'd like to find the perfect option for you, call, text, or email anytime. I'm here for you. I work with first-time homebuyers all the way up to luxury homebuyers, and if you'd like to check out a more economical community option in Huntersville that also has excellent location, go check out this video here.